the Wedding Supplier Partnering System. I know it sounds like a strange title. What does John know about weddings? And what does he know about wedding suppliers? Well, small businesses are small businesses. They can all apply the same kind of marketing. It doesn't matter. We're up to episode 84 right now. By the way, if you ever want to read rather than listen or view, just go to marketingforowners.com/podcast/84, or for episode 73, say, /73. It'll all be there, any links I mention, etc., etc. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So small business marketing is all the same kind of theory. Don't get hung up on, oh, but I'm a photographer. John sells fire extinguishers. He can't teach me anything. We're all in this together. So back to the weddings. This is a way of helping each other partner with people you wouldn't imagine you could partner with. I'm going to suggest this for a photographer that does wedding photographs. Okay, so you go to the wedding. You are one of many suppliers. There's going to probably be a venue. There's probably going to be a cake supplier, wedding cake. There's probably going to be a band or a DJ, disco, as we used to call it. Do you still call them discos? Whatever. There may even be a videographer, or perhaps you're going to do that, and is likely to be a bar, all those suppliers and everything else I'm forgetting, the wedding car, everything I'm forgetting. So your job as photographer is quite obviously to take wonderful pictures of the day and to capture memories for the bride and bridegroom so that they can remember forever. How sweet. I remember my wedding was like that, worked out wonderfully. And for another day, I'll explain what happened to our wedding photographer a little bit before our wedding. It all could have gone disastrously wrong, worked out very well on the day. But back to ours. So you wish to get future work by partnering with these other suppliers. So as a photographer, what you need to do is, in amongst taking your list of obviously the photographs you have to take, is capture the other suppliers at work. Don't just ignore them. Don't just step around. Capture them doing their thing. Put a bit of effort in to getting that picture, and get that picture from the point of view that shows the supplier in a good light. Now this is going to work well for the wedding, but it's also going to work for that supplier. For example, how about that cake? You're going to have lots of pictures of that cake, but why don't you, instead of having it just with the bride and groom, why don't you catch a couple of arty ones of where the wedding cake supplier is setting the thing up, or perhaps doing a couple of finishing touches, a couple of details, etc. And same with the band, or same with the DJ. Capture them setting up, capture them having fun, catch it from their side, looking into the audience, looking at everyone, looking at them. Then, following the wedding, and you've done all your rest of your stuff, develop those pictures, or develop a good one. Develop a nice, good size print in quality format. Put your name on it, down in a corner. So say your wedding cake supplier, you've got a picture of them, perhaps a little collage. Yeah, collage, that works well. And put that together stylishly, like you would with the effort you put into your album. Put the buy down in the corner, maybe your contact detail, maybe your website, maybe your Twitter handle, whatever you're going to use most, and then frame it. Go and visit or perhaps phone that person and say, remember that wedding we were at? I've got a little gift for you. Are you going to be around on X day? Then go along, meet up with them at their store, at their business, place of business, and present them with that picture. you could even offer to put it up on the wall, because you know the number of people who don't put pictures up on the wall? Me included, by the way. But why not offer to take along the tools, offer to put it up and say, would you like it installed? Because the way I do all the professional ones, of course, they don't know you're just going to use a hammer and a nail, but it doesn't matter. Then you can put it up in their store, in their place of business. They get to use your expertise for their benefit. You get a friend for life. You also get an advert in their place of business where people who come for weddings, yes, sit down with the cake person. You're following me now? And while the cake person's there, they say, by the way, have you seen my friend the photographer? This is what... Yes, now you're with me. How about that? What's that going to cost you? Photographers, think about it. All those others you're getting to partner with. In all aspects of business, any type of business, think of partnering opportunities. There are many. Okay, Thursday, my favourite, podcast. So we want a drive time podcast. Today, going to recommend a gentleman from Florida called Brian Orr. That's Brian, B-R-Y-A-N, Orr is O-R-R. And his show is called the Wow Small Business Marketing Show. The great thing about Brian is Brian's kind of like me. He runs an HVAC company, heating, ventilation, air conditioning company in Florida there, a very successful one, but he loves marketing and he teaches, he's got a couple other websites alongside, which you'll find from his podcast. He interviews people, he interviews business people. They're generally 25, 30 minutes, but he teaches what he's learned. And of course, that's what I do. So how could I not like Brian? But Brian is very, very nice. You can just tell he's great. He's got 8 kids. He thinks his wife is wonderful. I think he says she's a Jedi princess, which also I think is kind of cute. But Brian is a good talker. He has good information. He obviously knows what he's talking about. You will learn from him. Go and listen to the Wow Small Business Marketing Show. Look it up on iTunes. While you're there, pop in a rating for Marketing for Owners show. Talk soon.